through your warm-up exercises for day 1, lower body, quads, glutes, and calves. So we're gonna start with a lying 360 breathing drill. So you're gonna lay on your back, you're gonna do 5 to 10 reps, which means like 5 to 10 nice deep breaths. It might take you a couple breaths to figure it out. So start counting those 5 to 10 once you figure this breathing out. I find it easiest to put my hands on the side of my rib cage here. And what you're gonna wanna do is on your inhale through your nose, you want your rib cage to expand out into your hands, and you really want your rib cage to also push down in your back, almost like you're pushing against the ground as you inhale. So it's expanding side to side, and then it's expanding front to back. For most people, we want to think about it expanding back more. It's very natural for a lot of us to expand forward. Sometimes that can over-exacerbate like a rib flare. So think about expanding outwards and then down into the floor first, and that rib cage can open obviously a little bit more towards the front as well. So 360 around the whole torso. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale through your mouth, everything is going to contract. That 360 breath is going to close. And as you close, I want you to imagine zipping up your pelvis from the bottom of your pelvic floor all the way up. So it's imagining we have kind of like a blueberry sitting on our pelvic floor, and you want to pull that blueberry up your body. We're zipping, zipping, zipping up on that exhale. We don't want to grip and like, tighten with the core on the exhale. We actually want it to be a very fluid exhale with a little bit of a pull up and in, almost like you were zipping again up from the bottom up. So inhale, exhale, zip. Rib cage will again contract on that exhale. It's okay if you notice yourself rocking your hips kind of up, almost pushing that low back into the ground on the exhale. You don't want to think too much about it. It should be fairly natural, but especially if you have a big arch in your low back naturally, you may feel that pelvis start to tip a little bit on your exhale. The only caveat there is you don't want to start gripping with your glutes. We don't want our glutes to be squeezing as we exhale. We want them to be relaxed. Okay, so you're gonna do that. And then we have glute bridges. So this is gonna be a 2-leg glute bridge. You have somewhere between 15 to 20. You can add a little resistance here. Exhale up, inhale down, really squeezing your butt as you lift. And then the last one is going to be a seated leg raise. So I'm just going to show you from here, but imagine I've got a wall behind me or some sort of sturdy structure. We are going to do seated leg raises. If you don't have a sturdy structure, you can put your hands behind you, just like really push against your hands so that you can't lean back, because if you lean back, the exercise gets a lot easier. Okay, so your butt should be as close to the wall as possible. If you're new to this exercise or your quads are maybe a little bit weaker, your butt will be further away from the wall, but as you get better at this, your hips will be a little bit closer to the wall, okay? So seated leg raise, you're gonna do 10 to 15 on each side. You can do one side or alternate, doesn't matter to me. So again, pushing into those hands if you don't have a wall behind you. We're gonna flex your feet, and we're gonna lift that leg up and control it back down. Again, 10 to 15 on one side, and then 10 to 15 on the other side. You'll notice your quads in this exercise nice and strong.